In the northern marshes, where the ground was more water than earth and the fog never seemed to lift, there stood a crooked wooden house known as Meyerbrook Cottage. Travellers passing through swore it shifted at night, leaning one way when the moon rose and another when the sun returned. Its windows glowed faintly with a greenish light, though no one claimed to live there. The villagers of nearby Dunwade avoided speaking of it too long, fearing the cottage might overhear. Still, whispers spread that it had been built by a reclusive herbalist named Ilra who vanished without a trace decades ago. Some said she drowned in the bog, others that she bargained with the marsh itself, giving up her body but leaving her soul behind. Children dared each other to approach it, but even the boldest never got closer than the twisted willow trees that guarded the path. One autumn, when the marsh swelled with unseasonal rain, a scholar named Ivor came to Dunwade. He was drawn by old maps that marked Meyerbrook Cottage as a place of holding, obsessed with uncovering what was held there. He ignored warnings and pressed on into the marsh. The reeds whispered like voices, the water sucking at his boots as though urging him to turn back. When he reached the cottage, its door was already open, though no wind stirred. Inside, the air smelled of damp herbs and smoke long extinguished. A single chair faced the hearth, rocking though no one sat in it. On the mantel lay jars filled with dark water, and inside each, something stirred faintly, tiny shadows swimming as though alive. Ivor leaned closer, and one jar trembled violently, rattling against the wood. A whisper filled the room, not in his ears but in his bones. Release us. The rocking chair stilled. The scholar's hand shook as he lifted the jar. He hesitated, but curiosity won. He loosened the lid. At once, the shadow within spilled out, unraveling into a form that stretched across the room, a shape with Lara's eyes, hollow and endless. The last thing Ivor felt was the marsh rising through the floorboards, wrapping him in its cold embrace. By dawn, the cottage leaned a little farther than before, and from its windows glowed not one, but two green lights.